We have seen a significant amount of rainfall within the Mary River catchment, as well as the Burrum and Cherwell rivers and other creeks and rivers in the region. We have seen flash flooding across the region. I am so proud of how our community has prepared for this. Our community is prepared. The council, the police, Rural Fire Brigade, SES, right across our community, different groups and individuals have prepared for this. We are seeing the river rise, the Mary River, the bridges will need to close. That's the Lamington Bridge in Maryborough and the Granville Bridge. Other bridges like Mungar Road at Tyro close very, very early. We will see some communities disconnected by this, but it will be a short period. We are working very, very closely with the different organizations to make sure that we get through this as safely as possible. This evening, as the low moves off the coast, we will see intense wind, particularly from Burrum Heads to Harvey Bay to Gari, Fraser Island. There will be intense wind tonight, so it's really important that people make sure their yards are clean, that things are tied down, and that you look after one another. The most important thing in floods is do not drive if you do not need to. The most dangerous place you can be during a flood is on the road. Really encourage people to be aware of the situation. Log on to Fraser Coast Disaster Dashboard to see weather warnings, flood cameras, and road closures. We expect to see a peak in Maryborough tomorrow evening of about 7 meters. We do not need to deploy the levee on all the predictions provided by BOM. The levee is needed for a higher level, a more moderate to major flood level. This will be a minor flood level in Maryborough, higher reaching minor, but still a minor flood level of about 7 meters. We have installed the penstock gate in the stormwater system, and that has proven to be necessary. We installed it in the window when it was possible to. I'm really, really proud of the council workers who have prepared in a wide range of different aspects, whether it was removing the pontoon, the rowing club's pontoon out of the river when we could, and now it's proven necessary, putting the penstock gate down when we could, and now it has proven necessary. By having these plans, by knowing the situation, by trusting the advice given by BOM, we have prepared the community well. Because of the different topography of the Mary River, what is a major flood in Tyro converts to a minor flood level in Maryborough. So the major flood in Tyro that we are expecting certainly cuts the road across to Mungar, but a minor flood in Maryborough, we are not expecting inundation of residences. Certainly Queen's Park tomorrow will be full of water, but and it will cut the bridges. This is going to be what looks like a minor flood level of about 7 meters. People that lived in Maryborough for more than 3 or 4 years are aware of what floods look like here. In 2022, we had 2 major floods and 2 minor floods. This will not be like those major floods. A 7-meter flood will cause some inconvenience, but we're not expecting any homes to be affected. The SES have had a number of call-outs. That has been significantly reduced this time because we have had so many sandbagging stations. We have had more sandbagging stations available this week than for any previous event, and that has really reduced the workload of the SES. The SES are heroes in our community. They're volunteers, and I really encourage people to volunteer with the SES. And by having more sandbagging stations from Pacific Haven to Maryborough, to Burrell, to Urangan, people have been able to sandbag, and that has reduced the number of call-outs.
My message for the community is, first of all, I'd like to acknowledge the fantastic work in preparation for this event that's been done by the local disaster management group. There's been work from early last week leading into the weekend and where we are today in preparing the community for what's occurring, the rain event that's occurring now. The local disaster group is supported by the district group, and also the state disaster coordination centre has stood up in Brisbane to support all the agencies and all the local groups. So we're well advanced in our planning and preparation, and the local group's very well supported for this event. I probably just want to reiterate what's already been said around safety on the roads. My experience that is if we lose a life or we have injured people in events like this, it's going to be on the roads, and it's going to be people driving into flooded waters. We have already experienced in the Wide Bay district people driving into flooded waters, some on purpose and some by mistake. As we go into the later evening of tonight, There's going to be a lot of unpredictability on the roads, with water over the roads that may not have been there during the day. When it's dark, especially in our rural areas, it's extremely difficult to tell whether there's water on the road. So we just ask the community to please drive carefully, especially at night, because there is examples of cars driving into the water and they don't realise it's there until they're already in there. These incidents then become extremely challenging for the emergency services. Sometimes it's hard to access the areas, and obviously the rescue itself is quite challenging. So as the Mayor has stated, the safest place for tonight and tomorrow is to be at home and try and stay off the roads the best you can.